and welcome to the Leadership Edge. I am your host, Ted Gorski. The Leadership Edge is a show that focuses on leadership topics that affect you, leaders, on a daily basis. We talk about tips and techniques on the show that's going to help you become better leaders. And we also talk about those topics that you may be wrestling with so that you can really kind of look at what you're doing as a leader and become more effective. Now, if you watched our last show, we did a fabulous show in regards to millennials, and we had a great studio audience. So as the things kind of turn, we're going to be doing a whole new series from leaders in the community to really help you understand what leaders are facing and give you some tips from these fabulous leaders. And we're going to do a whole series on this so you can get some insights of these very well-known leaders who can help you kind of look at your leadership, but also provide you some tips. Now, I had this opportunity to interview this particular leader, about a week ago. And what we're going to do is play this clip and have this leader share some of their thoughts of their leadership thoughts and principles. So take a look at this clip. Hopefully you'll enjoy it and take some great leadership lessons from this very well-known person that I think you're going to know once you see him start his views on leadership. Roll it, Mr. Producer. Hey, Mr. Producer guy, where is he? Where is this guy, Ted?
I'm really sorry, Batman. Ted just called, and he's kind of tied up right now. He's at a coaching session, and then he takes some clients out to eat, and he said he'll see you when he can see you.
Oh, does he know I'm busy? I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of jokers to find, like you.
Well, again, sir, I'm sorry. I'll put a call out to him and see if we can get in here quicker.
I don't got any time. We might as well get started. As you can tell, hi, I'm Batman. Ted reached out to me and asked me for leadership lessons. So I decided to come to the show, even though he's not here to share my leadership lessons for you, so you become better leaders. Number one, first thing you need to do as a leader is to be a visionary. Do you think me as Batman? Think what I have to deal with. I have to think ahead of these jokers who are always trying to cause mayhem. Do you think I create these fabulous tools just out of the whim? I do not. As Batman, I must always be thinking ahead of what these people will be doing. You as leaders must and also be visionaries in what you do. You need to tell and be ahead and think ahead to what you want to build and the type of people you're going to have on your team. Also, you need to think about strategy. What are you trying to do? Matter of fact, Ted told me whole thing about trailblazing leader. You must be a trailblazer. You must think ahead and also be one step ahead. Good leaders do that. I do that. That's our first lesson. Be a visionary. Second, being ethical. You see, I'm dealing with jokers all the time. Do you think I know what's important? I'm always skirting that line between law and evil. I know what ethical means. I follow that in my behavior. Do you as a leader follow your ethical behaviors and standards? Do you show them in your actions? I show them in mine. Do you show them in yours? Being ethical means always doing the right thing. I always make sure I do that. Because one good friend once told me, sometimes people want to see things just burn down. That's not the way I like to see things. I made sure things get done, but I do it in an ethical fashion. Are you a leader who's ethical? Are you a leader that makes sure you follow that straight and narrow line? Are you following procedures and rules? And are you aligned with your behaviors? I am aligned with my behaviors. Are you? Thirdly, I care for others. As you can see, I always put Gotham City first. I put my well-being second. I care for others. I make sure that things are getting done and done in the right way. I always put myself last and made sure others were taken care of. As a leader, you must also make sure that you're taking care of others. Do you put yourself last and make sure your team is first? Are you developing others? Are you working with others to make them better? I do that. I care about the whole city. Why are you caring about your whole team? Are you providing them feedback like you should? Are you giving them challenging opportunities? Do you know what they're looking for? Good leaders do that. They make sure others are taken care of. So are you taking care of those people on your team to make them successful? Because I do, and you should too. So making sure that when successes are done, it's because of the team and not because of you. When I find and capture all these bad people, I don't look at myself as doing it. I look at it as the whole city helped make it happen. So are you looking at your city and your companies to make sure things are getting done, and do you care for them? Fourth, a good leader is resilient. There's a great saying is, why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up. Leaders, you will fail. You will need to bounce back. Do you bounce back? Look at me. In my opportunities and my challenges, I always fought villains, but I always bounced back. Sometimes they got the best of me, but at the end, I got the best of them because I was resilient. I bounced back and would not fail. Are you resilient as a leader? Are you making sure that you're getting things done? When you do have a failure, how do you bounce back from that? How do you deal with that? Do you sit down and do you worry about it, or do you kind of take the lessons from it and learn from it? I tell you, learn from your failings. You will fail. Take the lessons and apply them so that the next time you become a better and stronger leader. That is what I call for you to do. And lastly, leaders are courageous. You know, I had to face some daunting tasks in my career, but I did it with courage, and I did it doing it straight on. I'm asking you, how courageous are you? Do you blaze new paths as a leader, or do you follow the same status quo kind of ways? You want to stand out as a leader. As Ted once said to me when he was coaching me, he said, blaze a new trail, Batman. Always be a person who is ahead of the curve. Are you ahead of the curve, or are you falling in with everyone else? Part of being a courageous leader is sometimes stepping out and really taking chances, but taking calculated chances. It's very important for you as a leader to do that to be very successful. So those are my 5 leadership lessons that I'm asking you, the viewers, to look at your leadership, to see what you can do to be better leaders. It has helped me to be successful, and I know it's going to help you to be successful. That's your call to action. I don't have much time. I got things to do. I'm out of here. Whoa. Now that was quite impressive. Getting leadership lessons from the Batman. Hopefully you will take those lessons and apply them to your leadership skills, because as you can see that he is very well, let's say, respected in the community. So hopefully if there's anything we can do to help you with your leadership needs, please reach out to us at www.getYourEdge.com, and we'd be more than happy to help you with any of the leadership difficulties or needs that you might have. Tune in to our next show, because we will have another special guest who will share their leadership philosophies and principles. So again, I was your host, Ted Gorski. Wait to see you next time on The Leadership Edge.